Welcome to the EF Desk. My name is Mike Smith. Executive functions describe the brain's ability to get things done, and that is what this video is all about. Giving you some tips and strategies to get things done while you are working and learning from home. Now we're going to focus on three core elements: materials, space, and time. Let's start with space. So here are some tips for setting up your workspace at home. First off, make sure that wherever you're working is clean, organized, and free of distraction. Don't work in any location that has a lot of different objects or things around that might break your concentration or cause you to lose focus on whatever it is you're working on. Now, wherever you decide to do your work, be consistent. Our brains are pattern seekers, and therefore, it will start to associate that particular location in your house with getting your work done. For example, if you were to set up a folding table somewhere in your house and only use that table to do your work, pretty soon your brain will start to associate that table with being focused and productive. Once your brain starts to connect a certain location in your house with doing your schoolwork, I promise you, your work is going to get done a lot more efficiently. Now remember what I said about the brain being a pattern seeker? For that very same reason, you should avoid working in any location that your brain might already associate with something else, like sleeping, watching TV, or being on your phone. For most of us, this means don't work in bed and don't work on the couch. If your brain already associates being in bed with sleeping, or being on the couch with watching TV, or being on your phone, it's going to get really confused when you try to actually get work done in those locations. You're either going to fall asleep, get distracted, or your brain is going to have to work twice as hard just to stay focused. Let's recap. When setting up your workspace at home, make sure that it is clean, organized, and free of distractions. Be consistent with wherever you decide to do your work, and don't work in bed or on the couch. On to materials. This one is pretty straightforward. Just be sure that everything you might need in order to get all your work done is within reach. If you have your own desk that you can use as your own personal workspace, make sure that it is fully stocked with all the basic school supplies that you might need. Computer, your tablet, don't forget the charging cables, pens, pencils, highlighters, binders, index cards, notepads, school planner, notebooks, folders. Now, if you're working somewhere other than a desk, like the kitchen table, you might want to consider using an old school backpack as a portable organizational system. You can load it up with all the school supplies that you might need and take it with you to whatever location works best for you. The thing that you want to avoid is breaking your concentration so you can go find something that you need. As soon as you get up and leave your workspace, you are that much more likely to get distracted. Oh, sorry about that. Where was I? What? So again, just remember, have everything you need within reach. One last tip when it comes to materials: get a whiteboard and some dry erase markers. Now, you might not think that a whiteboard is all that useful, but you can write down reminders, you can plan out your day, even plan out your week. Let's recap. Make sure that everything you need to get your work done is within reach. Use a backpack as your own personal organizational system and get a whiteboard. Let's talk about time management. Here are 3 tips for how to manage your time when you are working and learning from home. Number 1, write stuff down. Take the time to write a list of everything that you need to get done. You could write this on just a piece of paper. You could use your whiteboard, but the absolute best place for you to keep track of everything that you need to do is in a school planner. I promise you, using a school planner is going to save you a lot of time in the long run. Now, in addition to your school planner, you might also want to use a monthly calendar, just something to help you keep track of long-term assignments or tests and quizzes, any sort of major events that you need to remember. Number 2, estimate time. Before you begin any assignment, just take a little bit of time and predict how long you think that particular assignment is going to take. Write that down and then keep track of how long it actually took you to complete. You could set a timer, or if timers stress you out, maybe just keep track of the time or use a stopwatch. But just remember, it's not a race. You're not trying to beat the clock. It's just that when you tell your brain that you think you can get something done in 20 minutes, well, you're more likely to stay focused for at least 20 minutes while working on that assignment. And who knows, you might even get it done in 10. Our final time management tip is to prioritize your assignments. Think about the order in which you will do your assignments. Consider the due date and level of difficulty to help you decide what to do first, second, third, and so on. We have an entire video on prioritizing, which you can watch on your own. Let's recap. Number 1, write stuff down. Number 2, estimate time. And finally, prioritize your assignments. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found these tips and strategies helpful and that they will be useful to you as you continue to work and learn from home.